Finally, we have some good news about Star Wars.
He's a black Jedi.
What's going on, everyone? It's ABJ, aka a Black Jedi here, and here on my channel, I talk about Star Wars news, drama, and your mama. So if you're into that sort of thing, go ahead and hit subscribe right now. All right, so let's dive into this. Guys. I am so freaking excited. Celebrate good times. Qui Gon, please don't copyright strike me. Okay, guys, so according to an exclusive interview via smallscreen.com, it looks like we have just gotten confirmation that Qui Gon Jinn will be appearing in the Obi Wan Kenobi series. Obviously, this is something that so many people have been speculating about amongst the fandom. Also here on YouTube, you can find many videos about it, but nothing has been confirmed actually by Disney or any sources really either that I know of. But today we have a source from Small Screen saying that the deal is done. Liam Neeson is indeed going to be in the Kenobi series. We're going to be jumping into the article. We're going to get into all of that. But before we do that, let's take a look at the interview that kind of started a lot of these rumors lately. I know you're thinking, ABJ, just get to the article. But I think it's important to look at this interview because it really, for me, is eye-opening once you see the interview and then you also see what the sources are saying in the article that Small Screen did. Roll the clip. Yo, why does he never roll the clip on time? Like, can you just roll?
Are you a little surprised at the fans still wanting you to return to play Qui-Gon in some way?
I'll be honest with you, I haven't heard that at all.
Oh, I've definitely heard it.
Okay. Sure, I'd like to. I mean, I'm wondering, is Star Wars starting to fade away from the cinema landscape, do we think?
Actually, Disney Plus is launching like 10 series that are based on Star Wars, and one of them is an Obi Wan series with Ewan McGregor.
Okay, they're sort of spin-offs, are they?
Yeah, it's gonna take place. See, I was wondering if Ewan had called you and said, "Hey, I'm doing a spin-off series. Maybe we can do like a flashback."
Sure, I'd be up for that. Yeah.
I hope you get to return. I loved your work in Star Wars, and I love your work and everything. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, so yeah, is it just me or is Liam Neeson definitely trolling us? Like, there were some people online that thought he was being serious in this interview, and to be fair, I mean, he doesn't really give much away, but he's definitely trolling us. I mean, listen to his responses. He's saying, is Star Wars still a thing? You think Liam Neeson, of all people, doesn't know Star Wars is still a thing? You know how many fans he probably still has that hit him up about Qui-Gon, a character that appeared literally in one movie, and not to trigger anyone, in one of really the worst Star Wars movies ever made. Not an episode 1 hater. There's plenty of stuff I like in episode 1. I'm just saying it's not the best Star Wars episode. Still better than The Rise of Skywalker. Liam Neeson is definitely trolling in this interview. Okay, so now let's look at what the source for Small Screen had to say about Liam returning to Star Wars. The article says, a source we've worked with in the past and whom I trust came to us here at Small Screen to inform us that the deal between Neeson and Lucasfilm was already done and that he would be appearing as Qui-Gon Jinn in the Kenobi series. Here's what they had to say. That deal's already done. Liam Neeson will be playing Qui-Gon Jinn in Kenobi. Small Screen then goes on to say, I then pressed this source for a bit more information on how Jinn will return in the series, and they had this to add. Honestly, I'm not 100% certain on how they'll bring the character back. It sounds like it'll be in a flashback sequence, yet they could also be thinking of bringing him back as a Force ghost. More info when I get it. Okay, so a few things to unpack here. One of the cool things is this is a source that they've worked with in the past that's been very trustworthy, and Small Screen in general is a site that is very trustworthy for people in the industry and that is known to report on leaks. Also, they reached out to this source after the Collider interview that we just took a look at. That's when the source said the deal's already done. Liam Neeson will be playing Qui-Gon Jinn in Kenobi. So it goes back into what I was saying before. Liam had already signed the deal. as he's doing this interview. He's literally just trolling. And I guess I really shouldn't say trolling. He's kind of having fun here. He can't really say anything. So he's like, oh, people still like Star Wars? Like, that's a thing? Obviously, he can't say anything. And two, I think that these actors, they know just how big of a deal Star Wars is for, the world and for us fans. They want to keep that under wraps. They want it to be a surprise. Liam Neeson has obviously had such a great career, but if you watch any of that, episode 1 behind the scenes stuff, even though those behind the scenes are kind of like really funny, you can tell that Liam and Ewan and really everyone involved is super excited to be making a Star Wars movie. I mean, Star Wars is one of those IPs where if you're asked to work on it, even if it sounds horrendous, even if the script looks horrendous, you're like, it's freaking Star Wars. Of course I'm gonna do it. Not saying that I think the script is horrendous. I actually think that Kenobi will be really good and really solid. If you want to hear me discuss it a little bit more in depth, then don't worry, you're going to have the chance to actually get in on the conversation. This Tuesday, me and Justin is Lost will be talking about it on the Lost Jedi podcast. It's a podcast that I do here on this channel every Tuesday, so you got to check it out. This Tuesday, we'll be talking a lot about the Kenobi series and just our theories on where that series will go, and also on this awesome information about Qui Gon being back. Okay guys, so now I want to know, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about Qui Gon coming back? Are you sold on the fact that this is like officially unofficial, if that makes sense? Or are you still kind of like, I don't know, I'll wait for Disney to tell me he's back? You're gonna be waiting a long time, by the way, because Disney's not giving that information out. You're gonna have to wait and just watch the show. Either way, comment below and let me know. All right, everyone, until next time, may the Force be with us all.
If you find the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun.